Mic check, mic check. Let me. Alright, we're good. Mic check, mic check. Welcome to episode 6 of KB Talks. If you're new here, the way this works is broken up into 3 parts. First part, we talking about video games, video game news. Second part is movie and streaming news. And third part is anime and manga. Now, before we start, I'd like to. Before we start, I appreciate if you guys would like to like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. For me. But since I'm mostly a, let me close this real quick. But since I'm mostly a PlayStation person, we're gonna start off with the PlayStation Plus game of the month. Let's see if I can pull it up for you guys. So the first game of the month is Evil Dead the game. I never played it, but choose to play is good or evil. Let me just go through them real quick. First game is Evil Dead the game, then Ollie Ollie World, Destiny 2, Beyond Light, and that last category is a is a mistake. It should be Mafia. The Mafia collection. I guess it's the re the remakes or remasters, however you want to call it. But Evil Dead, I haven't played it, but I know it's about, I guess, the show or the movie. Ollie Ollie. It looks like it's the action platformer, but it might be an indie game. And Destiny 2. Destiny 2 been out forever. They just letting you use one of the expansion packs. And then the Mafia collection. I played the Mafia games when I was younger, but excuse me. Played them games when I was younger, but it's been a minute. And so far, those are the games. The game of the month games. Darius, thanks for the like. Keeping up with PlayStation news. There's a what the hell? there's a beta for the PS5. It introduced Discord voice chat, variable refresh rate support for 1440p and more. Let's see if we can find it. So let me make this easier for me. Join the Discord voice chat on your PS5 console. You can join voice chats on the PS5 and easily chat with friends on other gaming platforms. Link your Discord to your PlayStation account from your PS5, then use the Discord app mobile or computer to get a chat going on your PS5. Pass. But with game you're playing, you'll need to relink. So you'll have to relink it again once this update is out. start a request to share a screen from your friend's profile. New join game items and party chat. New friends who play. Blah blah blah. Manual upload captures to new gameplay and personal options. Variable refresh rates. 14 board game that supports VRR. Parameters of the consoles. 1440p output test enabling 1440p support for a wider range of HDMI displays. Then they added to sort. You can sort your game list by PS4 and PS5. Make it easier to access your PS4 save data on your PS5. PS5 to PS5 data transfer. Screen render improvement. Wireless device update. So basically, you get to update your controller wirelessly whenever a new update comes out. To new voice command options, and that's about it. The biggest thing with this is the Discord chat feature. Yeah, it looks like the biggest thing for the PlayStation update is this, because I know most people who play MMOs, they be having Discord open. But they had a couple other features that I don't really use, like if you got a monitor that supports 1440, then that's something to look out for, and that's pretty much it for that right there. Give me 1 second. I think my mic is too high. Alright. I had to fuck with my mic real quick. Sounded a little muffled. But other PlayStation news, we got an update on Wolverine. Hey. Oh, you God. We got an update from Insomniac on Wolverine. So let me pull it up for you guys. The fuck? So they got no firm release date or window, but they said that Wolverine PS5 is in early development. It'll probably, Spider-Man 2 comes out this year, I think. And Yeah, Spider-Man 2 comes out it'll probably come out around September, October, November. Then you get Wolverine 2025 at the earliest, or I bet the earliest late 2024. So being developed by Insomniac. Here's what they had to say about it. Let's read it. The president of the Princess Bar in a reveal trailer at the very least signals that Logan won't be stuck at the Xavier Institute. If anything, teasing the island of Mandapore this early could be signs that Marvel's Wolverine will be a global child-in adventure. Just speculation for now, but it's worth pointing out that rumors that Marvel Wolverine could be set as part of a broader universe that encompasses the Insomniac Spider-Man games. But Ryan Snyder, head of the franchise strategy at Insomniac, explained that this is a standalone game. He does drop this tease. Being able to build a new original world with Spider-Man and now Wolverine is such an honor for us, for so many of us at Insomniac. I don't think they have it here, but they put out something saying they're aiming for the M rating for Spider-Man. I mean, not Spider-Man, Wolverine. So when he cut through people, he's actually cutting through people. And they also said that it's before he joins the X-Men. So you'll probably get, since this is a Wolverine game, we're most likely getting Sabretooth, the Weapon X program. I'm trying to think of all the stuff before he joins up with the X-Men. But they said it's going to be a PS5 exclusive. It's not coming to PS4 because PlayStation is focusing primarily on PS5 now, since now PlayStation 5s are easier to come by. Because when they first launched, it launched in the middle of COVID, and there was all those problems getting a PS5, but now they starting to ramp up the PS5 promotion. They've been promoting left and right. They even put out a new trailer, which I'll see if I can play without getting copyrighted. Let's see. Alright, give me 1 second. And we're about to watch this 1 minute trailer from PlayStation.
This is live from PS5. Let's go now to our first story.
The good people of Manhattan woke up to a gift from their favorite hero as he delivered a gang of criminals on something of a webbed platter.
Historic scenes unfolding in San Francisco.
Roy, the first of her tribe to have laid eyes on this scene in over 2,000 years.
Oavsett om det här är filmvintern eller inte så är det...
お伝えしてます。後ろをご覧ください。召喚軍同士の戦いは激しさを増してます。
Unsure whether to call a doctor or a gardener.
experts are linking all of these events to an increase in activity on PS5.
Story's coming a little fast. The ship crash lands on
It was
the
just
channel at breakneck
strange
speed. I'm sorry
occurrence.
to cut you off there,
Shapes
Tom.
appearing.
Unprecedented. In today's
Let's
news,
go right now.
This was live from PS5, bringing you the extraordinary.
And that was it right there. Let's see.
Story.
The good people of Manhattan woke up to a gift from their favorite hero as he delivered a gang of
Pause it right there. Well, that was it for that's their new trailer for their PlayStation 5 promotion. They showing a bunch of live action commercials. They showed Spider-Man, God of War, Horizon, bunch of PlayStation exclusives. So, and then they did all that. Then they've been putting different things in different locations. Like they put a giant Leviathan X. I forgot where they put it at, but they've been putting a bunch of PlayStation icons around the world. And last but not least for the gaming. It'll be quick, so I don't need to pull anything up. But PlayStation, Xbox, PlayStation, Microsoft, and Nintendo won't be attending E3. So I'm guessing Sony will keep having their state of plays. Nintendo will have their Nintendo Direct, and Microsoft will just have their own event. Like they probably won't be at E3, but they'll have their own event centered around E3. So like we'll probably get a state of play a day before or during one of the days of E3. So that's it with all the video game news. Now we're moving on to movies and streaming. I'm gonna start off the bat with I only seen episode 1 of The Last of Us, so give me till I should be caught up by Saturday. Saturday is the next stream, and we'll talk about Saturday is the next KB Talks week. I'll try to do it early because this coming Saturday is the Super Bowl, so I'll try to get it out to you guys before then. So the other big thing in movie news, James Gunn released his slate for his ideas for the DC universe. Let's see if I can see that. Yeah, James Gunn has put out a video stating the first part of his plans for the DC universe in the next 10 years. Says DC Slate unveiled a new Batman, Supergirl movies, Green Lantern TV show, more from James Gunn and Peter Safran. So we're just gonna skip to the part where or they mentioned everything one by one. Or it will be up top. But before that, he talked about the 4 movies coming out this year. It's Shazam, The Flash, Blue Beetle, and Aquaman. He said Shazam, it's always been on its own corner in the DC universe, movie-wise. So he hasn't, I don't think he's met any of the Justice League yet, besides Superman. Then he said we're moving in the Flash, which resets the whole universe. It'll reset the universe, but it'll be light changes, like new Superman, new Batman. But we still got the same Wonder Woman, Aquaman. And I guarantee Flash is gone. And then he said, after that reset, we get Blue Beetle. And then Aquaman. Those 2 will be set in a new universe, I think. But he said this is his first. They didn't call it phase 1. They called it chapter 1, Gods and Monsters. So the first project we're getting is an animated DC show, Creature Commandos, a 7-episode animated series written by Gunn that's already in production. Originally a team of classic monsters assembled to fight Nazis, this is a modern take on the concept. The voice actors have yet to been cast, but the executives are looking to find people who can voice the animated characters and also portray the live-action versions when the anti-heroes show up in the movies and series. So for right now, the only one that's cast is probably Weasel, because he was in Suicide Squad. Oh, they're probably going to cast for the rest of these people, because they said their plan is to have characters switch from animation to movies, maybe video games. We'll have to wait and see. But the second show is Waller, spinoff on Gunn's HBO Max show, Peacemaker. If you haven't watched Peacemaker yet, go see it. It's fire. I thought it was going to be corny, but because they announced it before, Peacemaker was announced before James Gunn's Suicide Squad came out. So I was like, I don't really care about it. And then I seen Suicide Squad and I was like, alright, John Cena convinced me, so we could give that a try. Watched it, thought it was fire. But the Waller show is written by Crystal Henry and Jeremy Carver, the creators of the Doom Patrol TV series. So the first 2 things is 2 TV shows, and the first movie is Superman Legacy. This movie will not have Henry Cavill. James Gunn said Henry doesn't fit his vision of the new DC universe. So, but the description for the movie is the movie features a Man of Steel that Gunn is writing, made direct, although no commitments on that end have been made, while the 2 previous titles are meant to be, I do not know how to pronounce this word. It's sad from his words. Superman is the true kickoff of the DCU's plan. It's not an origin story. It focuses on a Superman balancing his Kryptonian heritage with his human upbringing. He's the embodiment of truth, justice, and the American way. He is kindness in a world that thinks kindness is old-fashioned, and it has a release date for July 11th, 2025. The next thing is a show called Lanterns. People who don't know, it's the Green Lantern. The Lantern show will be a new take on the space cop with power ring. Our vision for that is very much in the vein of True Detective Sanford described. It's terrestrial based. It will feature prominent Lantern heroes Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart, and it is one of the most important shows they have in development. This plays a really big role in leading into the main story we're telling across film and TV. So then the next movie is The Authority. Majority of the people don't know who the Authority are. I don't want to say they're obscure, but they're not that well known to everybody. The Authority, a movie based on a team of superheroes with rather extreme methods of protecting the planet that first originated in the late 1900s under an influential imprint known as Wildstorm, run by artist and now head of DC Publishing Jim Lee. One of the things of the DCU is that it's not just a story of hero and villains, said Gunn. Not every film and TV show is going to be about good guy versus bad guy. Giant thing from the sky come and good guys win. There are white hats, black hats, gray hats. They're kind of like Jack Nicholson and A Few Good Men. They know that you want them on the wall, or at least they believe that. To me, they're just like the DC version of the boys, but they're more tamed. Like, they're not like Homelander's crazy. I'm not even on. But the characters I remember are Apollo and Midnighter. That's that team, Superman and Batman. Then the next show is Paradise Lost. The duo describes this HBO Max series as a Game of Thrones style drama set on a all-female island that is Wonder Woman's birthplace, Themyscira, filled with the political intrigue and scheming between power players. It takes place before the events of the Wonder Woman films. So it's basically this is one island. There's 3, maybe 4 different tribes of the island. They're all fighting for control of the island. Then the next movie is The Brave and the Bold. It's a Batman movie. This is the introduction of the DCU Batman, said Gunn, of Bruce Wayne, and it also introduces, I ain't gonna say favorite Robin, but Damian Wayne, who is a little son of a bitch. The movie will take inspiration from the now classic Batman run written by Grant Morrison that introduced Batman to a son he never knew existed. A murderous tween raised by assassins. It's a very strange father-son story, and importantly, it will feature a Batman not played by Robert Pattinson or Ben Affleck. And then there's also the Batman sequel for Robert Pattinson. It will continue to portray the Dark Knight and release one more crime saga movie directed by Matt Reeves. That movie, the executives reveal, will be released October 3rd, 2025, and it's being titled The Batman Part 2. 2025 is going to be a very big year for DC. Superman and Batman in the same year. Then another show is Booster Gold, an HBO Max series based on a unique, lesser-known hero created in 1986. Safran said about the series, it's about a loser from the future who uses basic future technology to come back to today and pretend to be a superhero. Gunn describes it as imposter syndrome as a superhero. Then, last but not least, there's two more. There's a superhero movie called Woman of Tomorrow. Taking its cues from the recent Tom King written miniseries, the movie promises a different take that what most think of when Superman's cousin comes to mind. We will see the difference between Superman, who was sent to Earth and raised by loving parents from the time he was an infant, versus Supergirl raised on a rock, a chip of Krypton, and who watched everyone around her die and be killed in terrible ways for the first 14 years of her life, and then come to Earth. She is much more hardcore and not the Supergirl we're used to. Last but not least, Swamp Thing, a horror film that promises to close out the first part of the first chapter. We had a Swamp Thing show, but it got canceled after like the first episode. So those were the movies and shows. Those were the movies and shows that James Gunn announced. The movies I'm probably excited for. We're gonna start by shows. The shows I'm probably more excited for is the Green Lanterns. Cause I don't know, cause they said they're gonna base it off True Detectives, so it's together or they get their own separate stories. Hopefully, my only wish for the Lantern series is they're out in space. They could come to Earth, but most of it needs to take place in space. I know it's gonna be mad expensive, but it needs to be in space. Then Booster Gold, I'm like, maybe we'll see Ted Kord, who is the original Blue Beetle in this, because in the comics they're like best friends. And there's one. What was the other show? Paradise Lost and Waller. I'll watch Waller because it's like a Peacemaker mini season, so it's probably like, you could call it like Peacemaker 1.5. And then Paradise Lost. It'll be a bunch of characters that we don't know, so now on the movie side, I'm excited for The Brave and the Bold, because since I seen somewhere they said since they started with since they're starting with Damian, they're gonna the Bat family is already gonna be established. So my hopes for this, my hopes for the Brave and the Bold is that Dick is already Nightwing, Jason is already Red Hood, then Tim, he could still be Robin, because I believe he turns into Red Robin after Damian comes, but have them three already established. Batgirl, I know my memory a little fuzzy, but I don't remember if like how many characters. Like when they say the Bat family, are they just talking about the Robins, or are they talking about Stephanie, Cassie? Like, does he got a full team or just the Robins? What was I about to say? But hopefully what they could do with this, during this movie, you get Nightwing, he's off with the Titans. You make Jason, he's off with the Outlaws. Either Artemis and Bizarro, or Roy and Starfire. Then you got Tim as the main Robin, and he's working with Batman when Damian pop up. I think that'll be a good way to establish the pre-existing universe. The other Robins are already off on their own teams. Maybe we get flashback movies, depending on how good it do. We get like a Teen Titans movie when Nightwing first joined the crew. Possibilities are endless. But, and then with the Superman movie, I have no idea. Like, they didn't hint at any type of villain. They didn't. It's like no story. They just said he's kind when people think kindness is old fashioned. So maybe the first movie is Lobo. You get Lobo, or because they said it's not an origin story, so we don't know what story they going with. Maybe they do All-Star Superman, but I doubt it. Oh yeah, let me break down the barriers. So earlier in James Gunn's little presentation, he was like, we have the DC universe, and then we have, I think he said Elseworlds, the Elseworld story. So that's like the Batman, Joker, any movie that's being made that's not in the DC universe. Let me see. I'm trying to see if I can pull it up. Fuck it. But any movie that isn't in universe, they're gonna call it a Elseworlds movie. So if they make like a Kingdom Comes Superman movie, or just Kingdom Come movie in general, it's gonna be Elseworlds. If I was them, I'd the best way that people don't get confused when the movie starts, you have like when they do the little title thing, you have one that says DC Universe, main timeline or something like that. Then when you do, then like when the Batman comes out, it doesn't have the same starting title card. You give it a Elseworlds title card, so people know from the rip, hey, this isn't in the same universe as the other movies. That'd be a good way to help, like before he announced this, my ideas for to differentiate stuff was you start each movie and it says Earth, like say Zack Snyder's Justice League, you say that's Earth 300, and then like if you want to count regular Justice League, that's Earth 23 or something like that. Then you just branch off. But since they making a clear distinction of what's in universe, what's not in universe, I know the general public might be, because I doubt they keep up with all the news. So when we get a Superman movie and it's not Henry Cavill, I want to see like the general public's reaction, like. But let me see. That was it for James Gunn's announcement. Once again, the main shows I'm excited for are the Green Lantern show and Waller. Then the movies I'm excited for are Batman and Superman. Not the Batman Part 2, but The Brave and the Bold with Damian. Then I wonder what's his bat suit gonna look like. Probably something crazy. Hopefully, because my favorite Batman is Ben Affleck. I like his suit. His first suit that he appears in. That's to me that's the best bat suit. Maybe it's something like that. And then I know I've seen a bunch of people, they want his costume to be blue and gray. Hold on. And then let's not even talk about Superman. I seen people arguing about should he have the trunks or not. My opinion, it doesn't matter. Give him trunks the first movie. Let him get a new suit second movie, and there's no trunks. You get both. You make both people happy. And speaking of DC stuff, not next, but this Saturday is the Super Bowl. And most people get excited for the Super Bowl because there's a bunch of movie trailers. And I believe this year there's like 11 of them. Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 of them. And a couple that are suspected to pop up. But let's start with the first. the Flash trailer is supposedly gonna be about 2 minutes and a half. It's gonna be pop. These are the trailers that's popping up at the Super Bowl, guaranteed. We're getting a Flash trailer, a Fast 10 trailer, Ant-Man and the Wasp trailer. That makes sense because it comes out next week. So, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, The Little Mermaid, I think Elemental, it's a Disney movie, Scream, Dungeons and Dragons, and Transformers. Other possible trailer releases include Creed 3, John Wick 4, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, and The Marvels. There's also rumored to be a 15-second pregame spot for Cocaine Bear. Now, it's only a few of these trailers I care for. Hopefully, what was it? John Wick 4 is shown. From the two that's not on here, I'd like to see John Wick 4 and Creed 3. Maybe the Marvels, but I'm a little wishy-washy on that one. Where is it? But I'm excited for a couple of these movies. All controversy aside, I'm excited for The Flash. They've been saying this is a good movie. They haven't canceled it. They still moving forward. Then Ant-Man and the Wasp. I'm gonna go see it the 18th. That's a Saturday. I might move the next KB Talks to Sunday, so we could talk about Ant-Man and the Wasp. I won't talk about spoilers. I'll just give my general thoughts. But I'm excited for Flash, Ant-Man, Guardians, and Transformers. I'll probably go see Dungeons and Dragons, maybe. But those are the supposed trailers for the Super Bowl this Sunday. Now let's see. Then I don't need to show anything, but one of my favorite shows from last year is coming back. Bel-Air Season 2, February 23rd. Yeah, it comes back the 23rd. It's a remake of The Fresh Prince, but I'm not gonna lie, I really enjoyed it. I thought it might be, you know what I'm saying, might be booty cheeks, but they surprised me, and they had me hooked. First couple episodes, I think there's just like 8 to 10 episodes. Might be 8. I don't quite remember, but that's it. And last but not least, there's a final DC movie we should talk about. It's an animated movie. It was DC's Legion of Superheroes. It came out today. So if you want to watch it, check it out. I'll just leave this picture here while I talk about it. It's part of their Tomorrowverse animated universe. So after DC made what was it? What was that movie? It was like I can't remember the name. They made it in the New 52 style, and then everybody was getting killed and destroyed, and then they had to go reset the universe. And we've been getting brand new animated movies in the new animation style. So we had The Long Halloween 1 and 2, Superman Man of Tomorrow. We had a Flash Center movie where he goes to the past. Wonder Woman, Jay Garrick, Hawkman, I want to say. But there was a few others. And then, and the last one that came out was a Green Lantern movie. It was John Stewart. But this is the newest movie in their slate. Let's see if I could play a trailer without getting copyrighted. One second. It's not what we're looking for. I'll keep it mute just in case, because I don't want no copyrights. Blam, blam. Meet the heroes. Monel, Supergirl. I got her name, Bouncy Boy. All in a class. But it's basically Legion of Superheroes. We got Batman for a couple minutes. But this is just the trailer for the movie. I won't try to spoil anything, but we got my guy voicing Batman. Let me go back real quick. See that man right there? We got my man's Soldier Boy voicing Batman. He's done Red Hood in the past, but now he's Batman. I think they should pick him for the new Batman, but that's just me. But yeah, the Legion of Superheroes. For me, the movie was cool. It's mostly centered on Supergirl and the Legion. And that's all I'll give you without spoilers. Because if I say anything, it spoils everything. But that should be it for the movies and streaming. I didn't have once again, I didn't have The Last of Us on here because I watched the first episode and I've been too busy to catch up. So let me know what you guys think about the DC slate. what trailers you're most excited for in the Super Bowl. And what man? Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, all that jazz. Now we're moving on to we're moving on to not comics, but we're on the last category. It's anime and manga. I've been slacking on anime, so this section's gonna be a little short, but let's talk about. I only got 2 manga stories, and then my manga recommendation, and then we're ending the stream. So the first story is the Dragon Ball Super manga has came back after its break. We got 2 chapters. It's a prequel to the Dragon Ball superhero movie with Gohan and Piccolo. But these chapters is focusing on Goten and Trunks. We got it's only the 1 second. It's only the beginning of the arc, but I'm gonna give you a quick breeze through. Goten and Trunks, they're now teenagers. They grew up. Now they're in high school, but they're also superheroes. At first I thought it was inspired by Gohan's Great Saiyaman, but I don't know if there's a real superhero, but there's a in-universe movie of a superhero, and they took inspiration from that. And then this is basically the first 2 chapters. What happens is Dr. Hedo from the movie, he hasn't made the two androids yet, but he made other ones. Goten and Trunks friends from school, they go check something out. I think Goten is with them, and then the older model androids pop up. Then they thought they were zombies. Then Trunks pop up and transform into his little I think it's called Saiyaman X1, Saiyaman X2. Trunks is X1, Goten is X2. Then he defeats the androids. Then they find a drive, go home. Then they leave. Next chapter. Trunks tries the Trunks gets tickets. My brain. Next chapter is basically they build because Trunks, was it Trunks? Yeah. During his transformation, his transformation went off by accident, and then he turned Super Saiyan. Then they seen the logo on his uniform, so they knew what school the person who stole their drive went to. So he built another android, sent them to the school to find out who it is. But Trunks got jealous of him because I guess he was being overprotective of Mai, and then Mai tell him he's an android. Whole time they looking for who stole the drive. They're outside. Fucking Trunks trying to hide his identity. They playing baseball. The ball goes under a truck. So Goten, instead of going under the truck to get the ball, he just picks the truck up with one arm, gets the ball, puts the truck down, tosses it back. And then the android was like, it gotta be him. He attacked Goten. Trunks turns into his Sandman costume. They fight. Not Trunks. Goten joins in the fight as Sandman 2. They defeat him. He sent him back to Dr. Hedo. That's the end of the chapter. Now we're waiting for the next one. Should be out in 20 days. And then so far I'm enjoying the chapter. We'll just have to wait and see for the next. I do want them to I need either 1 or 2 chapters. Goten and Trunks are fighting each other. I need a rematch of the tournament. But that's that. Then we got next story is Solo Leveling is back. R.I.P. my guy. It's coming back as a side story. It started January 21st, and it updates every Wednesday. So if you haven't checked out Solo Leveling, please go check it out. I'm begging you guys. That was my favorite. That was my top manga that I was reading while it was out. And then shortly after it ended, the artist who drew the art for it passed. And Solo, let me pull up for you guys, because Solo Leveling has some of the best art. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pull up the first chapter so you guys can get a feel. And bam. That's the cover of the, you know what I'm saying? Now we're just gonna scroll down. I'm not gonna read it. Just show you the art. This is the main character, Sun Jin Woo. But low rank hunter. The art for this is fire. It's in full color. I'll show you. Let me this what the main characters start out as. I'm telling you guys, for your own good, to go read this. But it's one I highly recommend. And then, so last but not least, my actual manga recommendation for the day is Kingdom Hearts. I'm a big Kingdom Hearts fan. I want you guys to, if people think the story is too convoluted, they got mangas for each series, and it simplifies, basically simplifies the story. Let me see if I can. And I like the art. If they ever do give Kingdom Hearts a show or anime or something like that, I need them to use the art style from the manga. Boy, Sora, Roxas. You just gonna scroll. Look at this. It's beautiful. All these dreams about seeing. See. I don't know if I can. But come on, man. Then when the site I use, they have a little order in how you read them. So after that, bam. They got a bunch of different ones, but the first one you start out with is Kingdom Hearts 1. Then Chain of Memories. Then I think 2. No. It's 358/2 days. Then 2 is Missing Birth by Sleep, but you gotta read that one as well. Then it's Kingdom Hearts 3. Those, if you wanna get in without playing the game, then you can read the manga, or you can go on YouTube and just watch the cutscenes from each one. But my recommendation for you guys, well, I gave you 2, but it's the Kingdom Hearts series and Solo Leveling. What time is it? I might be on a little bit, probably like 1 o'clock in the morning, but I'll be playing Apex or Fortnite, so check back in with me. Thank you guys for stopping by, and